tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, October 5th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Welcome back to a record-selling edition of Recap Wednesday. And for the first time ever, we've got 7 shows to recap for you today. So let's get right into it, starting with the IFBB Daytona Pro. We're recapping the Open Men's Physique here first, where the big headline comes from your winner, Winston Sullivan, who put together the best look of his career to bring home the victory. Second place went to Chris Barr, who did just enough to edge out another solid effort from third place finisher Ishmael Dominguez. Devlon Dennis held down the 4th spot, and rounding out the top 5, we have Eddie Lusk. Next up, we have the VanCity Showdown, which is rare in a sense that it only featured 212 bodybuilding on the pro side, which is something that we don't see all that often. But when the dust finally settled, we saw Canada's own Romain Romasamy become the newest athlete in the division to punch his ticket to the Olympia weekend. The runner-up spot went to Cody Drobot, who continues to impress with what he's been able to do in his rookie year. The biggest headline of the show might have come from your third place finisher, however, Mohamed Al-Dura, who made a surprise return to the stage here after deciding to jump in at the very last minute. 4th place went to David Robinson, and rounding out the top 5, we have Kevin Johnson, who was probably at his all-time best. Out in Sin City, we had the IFBB Nevada State Pro Bikini. And stop me if you heard this before, the top spot went to Ashley Kaltwasser, who's now collected wins 2 weeks in a row on 2 different continents. The runner-up spot went to Victoria Gaysor, who was really very good here. So I'd keep an eye on her to make some waves over the next few weeks. Homegrown product Caitlin Long locked up the 3rd place spot, which knocked Alice Roker down to 4th despite another strong effort. And sliding into the top 5 for the very first time this year, we had veteran Alexandria Ross. Next up, we're sliding out to Minneapolis for another bikini-only event, the IFBB Minneapolis Pro Bikini, where we saw another big-time win from Marie-Eve Duchesnay, who's really starting to come on strong over the last 3 or 4 weeks. The runner-up spot went to Lizzie Martinez, who finished with her highest placing of the season. 3rd place went to Samantha Beauvais, who looked fantastic in her pro debut, as she managed to edge out eventual 4th place finisher Kiki McClellan. And rounding out the top 5, we have a familiar face in Alicia Fashion, who seems like she's competing almost every weekend at this point. Now we're jumping all the way over to the South Pacific for a recap of last weekend's New Zealand Pro Men's Physique, where big congratulations are in order for your winner, Jay Andrina, who became the first New Zealander to punch their ticket to this year's Olympia weekend. The number 2 slot went to the only non-New Zealand native in the lineup, Kurt Dell, who did his part to represent Australia well here. Luigi Oltian finished in 3rd, while Dennis Milken slid into 4th, and Ash Mullen rounded out the top 5. Out in Virginia, Gary Udit and his crew put on another big-time production for this year's edition of the Weider Pro, where we're starting off our coverage with men's bodybuilding, where we saw Tony Wilson bring home the win in the open class, and Dennis Glover secure top honors in the 212 division. In Classic Physique, Lenny Wicks brought home the top honors for the first time in his career. And in Men's Physique, we saw Long Wu punch his ticket back to the Olympia stage after putting together another highlight reel win. On the women's side, Danielle DaCosta was your winner in fitness, And in figure, Maud Exanthus sealed the deal to earn the first win of her professional career. In bikini, Maya Gordon delivered the goods and was rewarded with a win for her efforts. While in women's physique, the top honors went to Victoria Meislich. And we're wrapping up our coverage here with, well, wellness, where Mallory Myers managed to bring home the win. And last but not least, we're closing things out today with the Yamamoto Pro in France, which was probably the most consequential show of the weekend, especially in the men's open division, where we saw Patrick Johnson continue his rise up the ladder with a fantastic win despite being up against some really strong competition in this men's open lineup. In classic physique, the top spot went to Wesley Vissers, who looked to be at his all-time best here. In men's physique, we saw England's Emil Walker continue his strong season by adding another impressive win to his resume. And in the bikini division, we saw Italy's Octavia Mazza secure the first win of her career thanks to a standout performance. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.